What's up guys, Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review. Today, we're gonna do a VOD from Dankmemes01 because I feel like, I don't know, Dankmemes is a player I'm so interested in watching more of. If you guys didn't catch the Golden Spatula, he came third overall. He is going to be one of our Worlds representatives, a back-to-back Worlds representative, actually. He was at Worlds, last set for NA, and he's coming back to rep us again. And I don't know, I have to say he's got to be the most improved player of the last, year of TFT. Somebody who really was on nobody's radar a year ago, and now he is, going to back-to-back world championships, absolutely dominated, like basically this entire set. He's been, top of ladder the entire set and had a rough start to regionals, and then brought it back and made it to the final lobby in top 3 overall. Is fantastic here. So yeah, just wanted to watch some of Dankmemes play, and he played a fun line this game. So keep up shot glitch, heroic grab bag. I mean, if you want to lock yourself into reroll, you have okay options, but I don't really think that's what we want to do. I guess you could, if it was the Zeri patch, you could Harbor Force Zeri from here, but I don't think we really want to be doing that. Family Crest doesn't really work with our setup, I would say. No scout, no pivot, a decent amount of reroll in this lobby, but Dankmemes opts to just play a solid opener here. We can play just a straight up setup here with Sork and Bruiser here with Slammin' and make the JG and the Shiv and just have a good AP setup here. So yeah, I mean, this spot is pretty nice. We get to have a decent open. The only downside is that our front line is not super upgraded here, so we don't have that going for us, but I mean, we have a lot of other stuff going for us. So yeah, can't be too upset about the spot, I would say. So yeah, we're just going to hopefully win streak as long as possible here. There are some Vi's there, I guess some Luxes if you wanted to care about something. Also note that we're holding on to a lot of good stuff here. So we got like the Trundle pair in case we hit a random Trundle too. We also have these Watchers that we can play as if we end up getting to a Vladimir, then you're really excited to play around the Watchers. So yeah, a lot of good holds here from Dankmemes, knowing just how to play good solid TFT, and hopefully we don't rotate into strong boards. I would say we were rotating to a pretty strong board here, and Lux wasted her second ult on just double killing. Honestly, if the fight RNG had gone slightly differently, actually, even with the fight RNG going this way, that is a rough fight, actually, because you really feel like you could have won that. And if we had Trundle too, we would have easily won that. And we have the Nami now that we can fit in. So we get to play a lot of good stuff here at least. But we can do a lot of this to end up potentially making gold here. We'll see, actually, because we'd also have the opportunity, because we're slamming of leveling here. Looks like, though, after losing, I don't think it makes any sense to level. I think we just chill, fit the Nami onto our board. And I wonder, with a win here, are we just going to make the 10 gold, sell off the left side of our bench here? I mean, that makes sense to me. You're going to be level 5 regardless next round. So making 10 feels good, though. Yeah, okay, we're going to make it. We don't get the Desire Repair, but I mean, making 10 gold tends to feel pretty good in TFT. So yeah, going into Carousel here. Yeah, we still don't have a mana item picked up, so tier would be nice, but yeah, I don't imagine that we're gonna get that. There is a Vlad there that we could grab as well, which we can't pick up either. So wow, we actually opted to just pick up the Giant's Belt here. One cost, like really cheap here, when we could have picked up higher cost units, but I think Memes just prioing the Giant's Belt here. And I mean, looking at it, it seems a bit crazy to take such a low cost unit when we could have taken like 3 cost chain or 3 cost cloak there. But I mean, if you think about it, Giant's Belts can be everything, right? We have JG mate, so Guardbreaker would be fantastic. Nasher is also fantastic, so it can be Morello's is fantastic. So I mean, I don't think there's a slam out of belt that we would be upset with making here. And then obviously it can make all those tank items. So it's just the best component that we can take in this spot. So I think smart pickup from Dankmemes. Would you pay a couple of gold to transmute one of those into a belt? I mean, he says yes, we would like to pick this up just because it can build into such good stuff. I think it makes a lot of sense. So yeah, let's sit here. Ooh, this is a nice interesting little swap in here. We pick up the Blitzcrank and the Cassiopeia and say, hey, I mean, this doesn't have to be a Sork game by any measure. We're holding Sorks for now, but we can also keep the opportunity to play Dominators open as well. This is something, once again, I love that watching players just play really good TFT like this. And I also love when, somebody like Papa Mort Dog here. Okay, Mort's not the person 100% balancing the game. He helps with it, I'm sure, to some degree. But it's nice when the game gets to such a balanced state where you have a Sork opener, and I don't know what we're playing here. We could play Dominators, we could play Sorks, we could play Rebel. There's a lot of stuff we could play. I don't know, maybe some kind of Heimerdinger stuff, probably not, but maybe there's anything that we could play from this spot. We pick up a Nami, maybe that leans us a little bit more towards Sork. We'll see what we end up getting from this. We do items-wise have kind of an interesting little setup here. If you want to make the double slam here, you have Morello plus a Gargoyle here. Can't really make Spark because we made Shiv here. So I imagine a Gargoyle is going to come down here, but he's looking at maybe... Yeah, I think Morello. Yeah, I think it's got to be Morello Gargoyle. It's the only double slam that makes any sense in this spot. So yeah, and we do get to also level up to 6 here just to keep pushing streak and just playing good TFT. But yeah, I mean, we've got Cassiopeia and Nami pair, so kind of just let Mortdog take the wheel. If we hit a Cassiopeia 2, we can lean towards Dom. If we can hit a Nami 2, we can lean towards Sorks, and then we can continue to see. You know, if we natural a Zoe, lean towards Sorks, all this kind of stuff. All right. Overheal, tower defense, Golemify. I mean, I don't think it's either overheal or Golemify. Tower defense seems okay. It's tailored towards Dom. It could be a Dom, it could be a Sork +1. Both seem fine. Ooh, he was actually looking at Golemify as his option here. I mean, surprising to me, but I guess it's a lot of frontline. But look at this trait Menaces here. Gives you your Silco. I mean, this would lock you into Dominator for sure. And yeah, he is going to pick it up here immediately. And I mean, yeah, it makes sense, right? You get 4 Dom here immediately. You get the Silco. Your items work pretty nicely for it. This is an interesting augment that it gives you this Dominator powder. But I mean, at the end of the day, what this does is it gives you a Silco and it essentially gives you a Dominator +1, right? Because Powder is a Dominator. Obviously, she takes up a unit slot, but you know, you just have to play Powder. But she is 4 Dominator here, and it's so much quicker to get to stuff like 6 Dominator when obviously you have this Powder who's a Dominator here. And oh my God, that was a close fight. That is retribution, I would say, from Mortdog. Also, what is this shop? Just the reaction from Dankmemes being like, what is going on here? This is actually a really cool moment though, because I think Dankmemes is not going to care that much about this shop. And I think, you know, so much of TFT is understanding, you know, what did I high roll? What did I low roll? You know, like, is this shop good? Is this bad? I think a lot of people might get baited by this shop and say, oh my God, like I could play I can play some crazy board where I end up playing around like Scrap and like I can play around Vi and stuff like that. And yeah, Dankmemes, he's gonna buy it at the end here, but just at the last second. I would not be surprised if we don't end up playing around these units whatsoever, which is just, it's cool to see. You know, understanding what is actually good in your spot is a huge skill in TFT. Tier Carousel here has to be the pickup. We need to get to something like a Smojan for this this Vi here. It's or not for the Vi. The Vi actually mind jacked me there. The Silco. We need to get to a Shojin for the Silco, some kind of mana item ideally. And yeah, we ended up selling off the Vi and the Corki there because who cares? I mean, they're not good on this board. We don't have items for them. And yeah, I think so many people. I mean, it's cool to see, and I think a lot of people take this kind of stuff for granted. And as you get better and better at TFT, you become better at seeing what's high roll and what's not. But I think a lot of players, I mean, you know, that's why I think a lot of people. I'm talking to you right now, Jeffrey. How many people who watch my channel is named Jeff? Probably not that many, actually. I should have gone with something more. What's a more common name than Jeff? I don't really talk to people. Tommy, Thomas, Steve. If you have any of those names, you're contractually obligated to comment. But in any case, like I'm talking to you, YouTube viewer, because I think once again, I've loved coaching a lot more this set because it's given me more of the perspective of kind of like the average TFT player. But I think a lot of people have trouble identifying what is and what isn't a high roll in spots like this. And, you know, identifying and holding the right units, I think, is such a skill. And you take it for granted when you watch great players every day, because Dankmemes, he says, who cares about these Vi? I don't have items for them. I'm not going to fit Scrap on my board. I'm going to play around Vertical Dominator. Like, sure, I have this powder, but I'm not going to bait myself into some weird kind of like Scrap setup here. Ooh, and a Spat as well here, though not much to pair it with immediately. We do pick up a Jace on the roll down. We're going to continue to roll there. We do pick up a Silco the second here. So yeah, we are going to fit the Jace in here because, I mean, he's a great unit. Why not? Going to get to make the Shojin here. And he's looking at Reforger here. Yeah, to just Reforge, hopefully into something that maybe we can finish this Cloak with, or even finish this Spat with. Some items going to move over there. QSS going to get made here. Yeah, I love this. Onto the Jace. It's okay on Jace for now, but it's great later onto the Mordekaiser. Really smart slam there from Dankmemes to say. I mean, this QSS is going to do great stuff on Mord, and with slamming value, it's very likely I'm going to make it to Mordekaiser there. I mean, I think Cloning Facility is fine here. Another Anomaly. I don't love this one that much. Oh, I mean, Dominator Crest. That is an immediate 6 Dom. There is sadly no 8 Dominator that we could play for. I wish there were. And ooh, look at this rolling from Dank Memes. This is game 1, I believe, of the final day. So it's not like he's like pressured to play for a first or anything like that. But I mean, we end up picking up the Swain too. We obviously have this Silco pair, which is really big. And I think Dank Memes is saying, like, I'm not going to just try to go like any kind of weird fast 9 setup here. I want to find the Silco too, right? Silco, not that contested these days as a unit, so it's actually pretty easy to pick up the Silco too. And it's such a spike on this board. You can see 7.4, almost 7,500 damage from Silco, and that's just Silco 1. If we can make it to Silco 2, we're in such a great spot. And also, look at that roll down. We pick up the Mundo here. Now the value of rolling increases even further because, hey, if we can pick up a Mundo 2, then, that spikes the board as well. Once again, I think I talked about this in the last spot, but just dynamic rolling based on how many pairs you have. It's straightforward, but it's also like not straightforward at all. So the second we pick up Mundo and Silco, like now we have these huge pairs to roll for. We even have Jace pair to roll for, weirdly enough, which maybe will come down one of these fights. We'll see what ends up happening. But yeah, we end up winning a fight there and looking pretty good. There is Jace on carousel, but I would be a bit surprised. I would be quite surprised if we were to get a Jace 2 off carousel here. So yeah, stuff getting taken. There is still a Rod on carousel if we want it. He's looking at Belt here. Okay, I guess Belt can be Nashers, so you're kind of happy with Rod or with Belt in this spot. It would have been cool to see actually what he would have preferred there. This is actually interesting. Yeah, wow. We're gonna sell off the Jace here. And then yeah, just completely get out of the Jace here the second. Wow, I mean, it's a good call though. Like, what are you really actually playing this Jace over in this spot? There's not much, right? You could cut Swain and lose Form Swapper and Sork, which doesn't seem great, and 2-star Swain. So, I mean, yeah, you would keep Form Swapper, you'd lose Sork, and you'd lose the 2-star Swain. So we opted to just sell off the dude there and play for this. I mean, it's also going to be Conquer in the future. So he just says, I want this Swain on my board here as a good unit. And obviously, we don't want to, drop anything like Elise or stuff like that. Infectious isn't great. Ooh, what a cook. Little hive mind take here. Gain a copy of the first champion. This champion scores a takedown on each player comment and get 25% damage amp. All right. Wait, this is kind of woke. I mean, I think this is an anomaly. I mean, it gives 25% damage amp. So as a floor, it's not bad. But I mean, a lot of the power is wrapped up in what you are actually stealing here. And yeah, we have to look around. Can we steal stuff like Elise's? You'd have to throw Silco near the middle to steal that Elise, which seems a little scary, but maybe we'll try for it. Because yeah, stealing that Elise would be good. Obviously, if we end up fighting anybody who like gets to a Mordekaiser, stealing Mord would be huge. Yeah, he's not going to go for anything crazy here. We are just going to keep him in the corner here. And hey, we'll steal a Loris when we kill him. Not bad. But yeah, obviously, yeah, stealing 5 cost is like the dream. It's a bunch of econ, and it is, if we can get a Mordekaiser, it's something crazy. You can also theoretically, if there is some kind of 4 cost that's like lesser contested, like farm up 4 costs and look for like 3 stars. But I don't know. We'll see if we do anything like that. For now, the Loris pickup is reasonable. And yeah, like maybe Mundos, but is anyone else playing around Mundo? Not really. I mean, the whole front line for everybody is Sentinels, so I don't think we're actually farming anything that crazy here off of Hive Mind, but it'll fun to see how we position around it and just try to optimize it. But okay, I mean, at this point, we can take... finish off our Nashor's Tooth, yeah, and this is just going to go straight onto Silco at this point. These items are going to kind of sit on Cassiopeia for now and then move over to Mordekaiser later. And yeah, I mean, Nashor, Shojin, JG, this is basically BIS on Silco. Sadly, I think we're going to farm a Singed here unless we manage to kill something else before it. Actually, we might farm nothing here because we're having a... Okay, we did kill something there, and it wasn't actually the Singed, but yeah, pretty rough fight for us, actually, because we need to get levels pushed at this point. We need to cap high because we are Econ Augment and because the Dominator +1 doesn't do that much. Wow, really aggressive level and roll here from Mr. Dank Memes. But I mean, he knows he has an in. He has the 5 Black Rose, and so who really cares? Yeah, I mean, actually, this is really sweet. I think this makes a lot of sense because yeah, like who really cares about like rolling for something crazy? Sure, Mord is great, but I think Dank Memes realizes like we're not in a place where we can just say like we're going first for free. Our board does not cap out that high with the fact that we have all these Dominator +1s and the fact that we took an Econ Augment first and the fact that our Anomaly is kind of Econ oriented. So really we just we want to be as strong as possible right now. Pick up the Mord though. That's immediately of course going to come in on the board. I wonder if it's already better than the Cassiopeia as an item holder for these, and I think ooh, okay. I was going to say I thought the answer was yes, but I don't I don't think it's that crazy to leave items on Cassiopeia here. I would think. I don't know. Mort seems like such a beast, especially with Big Dom, that I feel like he would be better, but I'm not actually. I mean, all right, so we're just going to sit here on the Mordekaiser for now, and hopefully, end up getting to Mort 2 and be more excited about that. LeBlanc on Carousel would be nice, not getting picked up, so that's gone. We have a lot of this stuff already. I'm really looking for last Mundo item, though. There's not much here, I see. You can just take Shojin as a good item and be happy with it, I guess. I mean, you're never mad about Shojin and Dominators here. Gonna continue to roll down here, just looking for 2 stars here. And yeah, move the double Shojin. Oh, this is so smart, and this is something that I think I don't do enough. I was VOD reviewing one of my own games, and I was like, oh, this is so much. The JG is solid on Silco, but is fantastic on Mord, especially with stuff like the QSS and stuff like Hodge. And then Silco can just go this setup, where you just put a million Shojins on him. Shojin, Nasher. It's fantastic for him. Whereas Mordekaiser doesn't care as much about, he cares about attack speed, but not as much about mana generation. And so, double Shojin onto the Silco, move the JG onto Mordekaiser, and then, the Silco holds the JG for a little while, and then, you do this setup. It's so smart, actually. I love this from Dankmemes. Just really optimized itemization, and in a scary lobby, right? Wajin and Bio are actually hard popping off here. Also, shout out to Bio. Maybe I should do a Bio VOD review. I feel like this guy, I've done VODs from him before. I feel like this guy is one of Brazil's best players, but I feel like we don't talk about him that much. And he, very quietly, absolutely smurfed on this tournament, made it to the World Championships. Like, I'm excited to cheer for him as our America's rep as well here, because look, I'm an NA fanboy first, but after that, I'm America's. And after that, I don't know, I'm an EU hater or something like that. No, actually, I mean, I got to cheer for people like Kevin Parker. So honestly, a lot of the EU people seem cool. I hate no one except for, is there any TFT competitor that I hate? No, I think I'm too wholesome to hate anybody. All right, we can pick up a Declaw actually. Oh yeah, we need to finish off Mundo itemization, and so good call there just to pick up the Declaw, knowing that we're about to rotate into this kind of scary Morgana reroll setup here. So I mean, the Declaw is fantastic here, and the Mord, we did finally end up moving items over to him, and he is doing some work here. There's actually a really close fight. Can Silco, oh my god, that's so rough actually. But France B goes down here, so a top 3 locked in here. Bio and Wajin still streaking though, which is really scary. We need the double Mordekaiser shop. Wait, actually, boom. Okay, I mean, we can't really. I mean, okay, we're gonna roll here. Oh, that's so tragic. I mean, roll just to see, but we're about to fight Bio, who's win streaking so hard here. We'll see if we can beat him. Scary Academy board from him, Jace 2 with the Academy items. We'll see. I mean, I think Mordekaiser is pretty necessary, Mordekaiser 2, to start winning these fights. And yeah, it is going to be, I mean, good try from Dankmemes. A very respectable third, and a very fun line, and really nice itemization. Some games of TFT are just thirds. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitch, my Metafy, all my other links down below. Actually do check out my Twitch, because I will be streaming more when the new set comes out. I am fully, okay, I'm not fully back next set, because I still have other like real life obligations, but I'm going to try to stream a lot more, because I got to grind out for making it to Paris and stuff like that. All right, thank you guys always for watching. As always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.